I am feeling super inspired to share this topic right now. So, at late o'clock at night, I decided to hop on and share my thoughts with you about this topic. So, this topic is about adversity. There are two types of adversity. One is going to be self inflicted, meaning it was something that you decided as a challenge or something that you wanted to change in your life, and it's difficult. So, this adversity is self inflicted. And it's normally like if you decide you want to lose weight and then you say, like, you want to, I don't know, go to the gym 3 times a week. That's self inflicted adversity. Or if you say that you want to start waking up earlier, well, that's difficult. It's a challenge, and that's self inflicted adversity. The second type of adversity that you can have is the beautiful gifts from life, which is not self inflicted. It's just something that happened. So, this might be like a huge obstacle or something that you didn't really expect happening in your life. It can be other people as well as just circumstances. Like, imagine someone in your family gets sick or passes away. Well, that would be outside circumstances. It can be inflicted by other people. A few short months ago, my boyfriend left me. So that's something that someone else brought into my life. It could be something that you struggle with, like with your parents, and it could even be something that you struggle with yourself. So imagine like you get sick or you have some kind of condition or something like that, then that would be like a circumstantial adversity. And basically, what I wanted to talk about in this video was mainly how you use those. So, the most successful people use adversities as kind of like these springboards to launch themselves forward into the next avenue or venture or whatever, the next level that they have in their life. And I was kind of thinking about this recently. And I feel like, honestly, I do better when I have a major adversity in front of me. And I find it a lot easier when it's not something that I self inflict. Because self inflicted adversity, here's kind of the downfall with it. If I decide that I'm going to wake up at 5 a.m., but after 5, 6 mornings in a row, waking up at 5 a.m., I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to hit the snooze. Or even worse, sometimes your body's like, nah, and then just doesn't friggin' wake up at 5 a.m. when your alarm goes off. You're like, oh God, unintentionally, you fucked up your self inflicted adversity, or sometimes you negotiate with your inner bitch. And then you're like, you know what? No, I'm just going to be a little bitch today, and I'm not going to do the thing that I said and made a commitment to myself to do. But when you have an outside adversity coming in, you've got crazy circumstances that you've got to overcome. And those are not something that you can negotiate with. You can't be like, well, life, I really don't feel like dealing with this circumstance today, so I'm just gonna not. Like, it's just not an option. You have been dealt the cards that you've been dealt, and now you just gotta deal with it. So for me, a few months ago, everything changed in my life. I had built my goals around this person I was with. I was living with them. I had a job in that city. I moved to that city because I wanted to be with them. And actually, that province, like, I wasn't even living in that province. I was living in Toronto, Ontario. I moved all the way back to the East Coast. Like, just crazy amounts of things that I had changed just to make and accommodate this person being in my life because I really, really wanted it. But then when this adversity presented itself, there was absolutely nothing that I could do to negotiate with it. And so I find that personally, I excel with these types of adversities that I can't negotiate with because they're just so powerful. And when there is an emotional turmoil that you're going through, which most adversities, you've got emotional turmoil. If it didn't cause emotional turmoil, chances are you're not in an adversity, you just have a minor inconvenience in your life. So that's the really nice thing about life is that when it throws you curveballs, when it throws you adversities, when it throws you level ups, it fucks with you emotionally, which gets you emotionally charged. And so when I was going through this, I used all of the hurt and anger and pain and everything and just channeled it right into going to the gym and working on my physical fitness. So I love that because I understand the law of energy, and energy cannot be created or destroyed. So knowing that, being dealt all of these cards that created so much internal pain with me, I knew I had to use that energy because otherwise it would just stay stagnant in me. I would keep on feeling it and it would just drag me down. So I knew that I needed a channel or an outlet to really get rid of that energy and use that anger, use that pain, use that sadness, use all of it, and just fucking let it out in the gym. And it was so amazing. And in every area of my life, I was able to turn this like level that I was at into the next level and the next level and the next level. And then you start to get momentum with that. So you can literally be faced with the same adversity that I had, or it can be different. So for me, this really hit me hard, but everyone has their strengths and their weaknesses. So if something really hits you hard, it's comparable to the same emotional effect that I had when this really hit me hard. Because everyone has different things that they find easy and different things that they find hard. But the point that I'm making is that it's not the emotional impact that it has on you. It's really how you decide to channel it that is going to make the difference. That is what determines if you are in a growth mindset and you're ready to use the things that life gives you and presents to you and be like, you know what, instead of asking, why is this happening to me? Ask, what is this teaching me? Ask how you can use it. Ask how you can take this experience that you've got and really use it as like a springboard to your next level up and to see what life has for you on the other side of overcoming that adversity. And this has just been a thought that I've been thinking of lately because I've started to get to like there's seasons of this. So what happens is you get like a lot of wins and you're just fucking killing it. Everything that you touch turns to gold. It's amazing. You're in alignment. And then you start to go into the next level. And there are things that you've never encountered before, you've never experienced before. And that's why we say new levels, new devils. So I had a lot of new things present themselves and I had no idea how to deal with this. And that's in the stage that I'm at right now. So for me, I'm experiencing a lot of adversity and a lot of just like frustration and confusion with this new level that I'm at because now I don't know what's happening. It's like being in a rainforest or a jungle and you've never been there. You don't know what the dangers are. You haven't got it figured out yet. And so for me right now at the stage that I'm at in my life, I've got adversity that I'm like not really sure how to use. And so this has been a thought in my mind recently. And I know that the first universal law, the law of divine oneness, so I know that we're all one. And if I'm struggling with this, chances are that some of you guys are struggling with this as well. So this is what I do. I just flip it. So if I'm thinking that this is negative and this is the reason, then I think, okay, this is actually positive, and I just flip it. Like I just literally use the opposite. So for instance, for me, it's getting dark out earlier and earlier, and that really impacts like my mental state. It doesn't make me as happy and as energized and whatever. So I'm like, you know what? It's a plus because now I get to go tanning. It gives me all of that energy that I would normally get from the sun. So I use it as an opportunity instead to have more time and to make it a priority to put it into my schedule to go tanning. And I also make a point to do other things that put me in a good mood. And I make a point as well to just speak with people and make sure that I'm not losing that connection. Because I find when my energy starts to go down, the amount of connections that I make a day start to go down. And then it's just this vicious cycle because I love feeling connected. I love that energy. I love talking. I'm a huge extrovert. I'm a huge chatterbox. And when I'm missing that in my life, I really feel like there's a huge part of me that's missing. So at the gym or at restaurants, wherever I'm going out and spending my time, I make a point to actually have a meaningful interaction with the people that are around because then I'm leveling up my connection. So here I could look at it as like, oh, this sucks. Everything sucks. This is impacting everything and it's terrible. Bad, bad, bad. I hate winter. I hate living in Canada. I want to move. Fuck the snow. Oh my God, my life. My car is cold. Na, na, na. Or I could be like, you know what? I'm going to go tanning. I'm going to spend more time working on self-care. I'm going to make sure that the law of divine oneness is in effect and I am connecting with other people. I'm making sure to have that yummy, delicious, exciting, great energy with other people and exchanging that with them. And I'm just like making a point to live my life the way that makes me happiest, even though this is happening. It really doesn't impact my happiness, my mental state, and everything like that, because I have so many ways. Like, I'm such a versatile person that this is so small, it can't phase me. And so when I present it to myself like that, then I'm like, you know what? Fuck, I'm unstoppable. Just the fact that I'm going to have 2 or 3 hours less daylight. Like, are you kidding? You know, I've got my tanning bed that's going to give me all of the UV rays that I want and need for my body. I've got people that are going to give me that energy and I'm going to give them that energy and it's going to be a great exchange. And I am connected. I'm connected. We're all one. We're all connected. And this is what is going to get me past that. So it's all in the way that you present it to yourself, regardless of the situation. I hope that this helps you in some type of way. And if it did, please share it with someone because maybe they're going through something and this could really make an impact on their life. Maybe there is just one gem in here that will be able to change either your life or someone else's. So please like and share.